So I know the last two episodes we've been trying to be a little more positive, be happy, put in good into the world. So that's why I hate to do this. I hate to gripe. But I have a gripe to pick. I went to the store last night and I saw some Otter Pops in the freezer section, and I got so excited because I haven't had an Otter Pop since I was a wee lad. And if you don't know what an Otter Pop is, this is an Otter Pop. It is a flavored ice. It's kind of melting because I took a long time to set up. It's flavored ice. It comes in 6 different flavors, and depending on where you're from, it might be called something else, but the right answer is an Otter Pop. If you call it anything else, you're wrong. I'm sorry. And if you notice, it just says Otter Pops on it. There's no otter anymore. There's no picture of the fun, playful otter. That's what I'm angry about. This is supposed to be a little orange orphan. And she was a little otter, and she was an orphan. But she was fun, though. It wasn't, like, sad. I mean, I think she was sad, but that's not the point. The point is they stopped putting the otters on the thing. And I'm kind of upset about that, because part of the fun eating the Otter Pops is looking at the little characters. Eating the little characters. And it's been hot lately, so when I saw them, I was like, hell yeah. And I'll put up a little graphic of what the box looks like. It's a fun box. It's very colorful, and it's got the 6, maybe 7 characters. Little Orange, Orphan, Sir Isaac Lime. I gotta look this up because this is gonna bother me. Otter Pops characters. There's another weird one for my search history. All right. So anyway, I was kind of bummed out about that because I wanted to see the little characters and relive the good times in my life. And that was when I was a child. All right. Sir Isaac Lime, Little Orphan Orange, Strawberry Short Kook, Louis Blue Raspberry, Poncho Punch, and Alexander the Grape. He's the grape flavor. Anyway, when I was defeated by this, and I started to think about like other things that maybe sucked when I was a child that as an adult I'm realizing maybe they always kind of sucked. Maybe it's because I'm an adult now. I don't know if it's different, if they like change the formulas or the tastes or the size of things, or if it's just growing up. Like, has everything always sucked and now we're adults and we notice it? Or is it like they are changing things? Because when the pandemic was happening at the height of it, I was getting Lunchables every now and then. And as a what was I, 34, 35-year-old man, getting a Lunchables, the pizza ones, the pizzas they're like little discs. They're almost like Pringles chips. Like the size of them it was very underwhelming. And I could probably pop one in my mouth, like just a whole pizza. But I was thinking about like my childhood. They were big, right? Or were they big? Because I feel like they were definitely bigger. But then I was like, well, you were kids, so everything looks bigger. You have little baby hands. But then I kept thinking about it. I was like, no. They were definitely bigger because shrinkflation is a thing. Things are getting... Pringles... The Pringles cans are getting smaller. They're getting shorter. And I have proof because I've seen the new ones next to the old ones in the store, and they are definitely smaller by like an inch and a half, 2 inches. Panda Express, the portions, they're smaller. They are definitely smaller. Like, everything is just getting smaller and shittier. And I just want the fucking Otter on my goddamn Otter Pops. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. We love you so. Your human buddy Sam and his teddy friend. This is hello. The song's almost over. It's about to end. Let's start the show. The Cancel the Podcast. I don't know what's been going on recently, if it's like scammer season or what, but I've been getting probably 2 times a week these weird text messages from people, and I've gotten these before, and I like, it's from a number I don't know, and they're always, let me pull one up. I just got one like 2 days ago. They're always like, they act like I already know them and they are about to give me some information or something. And then once it's like, oh, you have the wrong number, they're always like, oh, I'm so sorry. I got the wrong number. You seem like a really nice person. What's your name? And then it's like, okay, here we go. But like this one, hello. And I said, hi. And they said, I can visit late autumn. Can you arrange a place for me to stay? And part of the scam is for me to go, who is this? And then they're like, is this not Jessica? And then they go into the thing like, whoa, you seem really nice. And then I don't know what the fuck the point is, but I've been agreeing with them, or I will, like, I don't ignore them, and I probably should be, or I should just immediately block them. But sometimes I feel like maybe they do have the wrong number, and I don't know. I have this weird guilt where it could be someone where like, oh, my car just broke down, and I'm like, well, maybe someone's car really did break down, and I don't want to end up on like a true crime thing where it's like, they sent a message and it went to this number and it was this guy who thought, I don't know, whatever. But I should just be like, hey, you have the wrong number, and if they say anything else, just block them immediately. But anyway, this person said, I can visit late autumn. Can you arrange a place for me to stay? And I said, sure. And then they said, okay. And then I didn't hear from them again. So I'm finding that agreeing with, there was another one. Hey, this was on Monday. Hey, I missed you. And of course, I'm supposed to go, who is this? But instead, I was just like, hey, I missed you too. And then this person said, come on, John, quit playing, please. I need a friend to talk to. And I said, I'm all ears. Tell me what's going on. And then they said, it's me, Natalie. I just want to ask you a question. I said, I'm here for you, Nat. What's up? And then I think that the person realized what was going on, and they said, I'm sorry, I think I typed the wrong number John gave me. Can we still talk though? I hope I did not bother you. So when I do that, it's kind of for like my own entertainment, but it's also, I think it wastes their time, and I think they also might think that I'm crazy or something, so then they just fuck off. But it's almost like, what's that? Is it a catch-22 that it's called? I think it's a catch-22 where I'm getting more of these scam messages because I'm interacting with them, but I'm also turning more of them away, if that makes sense. So I don't know what's happening, but my my other method to getting rid of them very quickly is, stay with me here. If you're having this problem, this is probably the best way to go about this. Go onto Google, type in child taking a selfie into Google Images, save a picture, keep it in your phone, stay with me, And then when you get these messages, we're like, hey, Tom, how's it going? Whoa, what'd you think about that meeting last night? And be like, oh, this isn't Tom. This is Bradley. And then like, wow, Bradley, you seem like a really nice guy. Can I get to know you? And it's like, yeah, sure. I'm in school right now. And then send the picture of you as the kid. And then they're done. They don't say anything else. Maybe a sorry, but they're done. They're like, I'm not talking to a kid. So keep that in mind if you have this problem. I don't know how they're getting my number, if they're passing it around to other scammers. Like, yeah, this guy bites. Keep working at him. What was the other? Oh, just yesterday, potential spam call. There was a woman that claimed to be with Amazon, and she was like, hello, this is Amazon. I just wanted to confirm your $1,500 purchase for the iPhone 13 and the new AirPods. And I could hear all the people in the background like it wasn't Amazon. Why would they call me? Hey, just making sure you got your phone coming. So right away I was like, I'm gonna just go along with it. I was like, yeah, that's great. And she's like, oh, just to confirm you bought this. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, hang on a second. And then I heard her like talking in the background, and she came back and she's like, okay, so just to make sure you still want the iPhone and the iPods? And I was like, yeah, I can't wait. And then she put me on hold again and it disconnected. So what she was waiting for me to do was, oh, that's not me. What the heck? Someone scammed me. And then she's gonna get my information. Well, what's your credit card number? We'll charge it back. And then boom. So yeah, if you have scam texts or calls, agree with them. Say you can't wait. You did authorize that purchase. Send a picture of a child. Or just kind of waste their time. Do the role play. Like, I was John, I'm Jessica, I'm whoever they want me to be for a couple texts, and then they're like, wait a minute, I think I have the wrong number. And I'm always like, no, you don't. It's me. Stop playing around. And then they fuck off eventually. And I'm finding that's kind of the best way to deal with it. All right, so we got scams out of the way. We're gonna talk about. I want to talk about Jake Novak because I'm really excited about this. Okay, all right. If you don't know who Jake Novak is, how do I start this? He is he's on Instagram. He's a TikToker. I think that's how he got around the most. He was on TikTok. Let me just play that, because you may have heard this song and seen this video. It was June 15th, 2022 that he posted this. Here we go.
I want to be the next SNL cast member, and here's why I should be a contender. Hi, Lorne Michaels, I'm Jake Novak, and I know that you're feeling the heat because your roster lost Kate, Kyle, 80, and Pete. That means you got an open seat, and I feel I ought to be feeling it, because when it comes to comedy songs, I kind of been killing it. See, weekly music videos are my jam, bruh. I'm a rapid rhyming hammy nerd like Lin-Manuel Miranda mixed with Sammy Berg, but haven't you heard, I'm more than a rapper, I'm an actor too, so here's a couple of nice guys getting their jackets. After you, after you, after you, after you, after you. After you've seen that scene, I mean, I'm in, right? But I've been sitting on the ringer. In addition to the spitting, I'm a hell of a singer. I could be bouncing out on Broadway, but I'm running for 30 Rock, so I can hand deliver you the next dick in a box. Not literally, obviously. I really want to give you the next big thing. Oh God. Dear Mr. Michaels, won't you give me a chance? My melodies will make the people laugh while they dance. I'll write, I'll perform, man, I'll sweep the stage. But whatever it is, I'm ready to do it in Studio 8H. What do you say? Did I dive or get you to bite? Maybe we could try it live on a Saturday night. So check my feed, you'll agree where I should be in September. Right with Colin, Keenan, Chloe, and Bowen as an SNL cast member.
That was fun. So he posted that. That was on June 5th of last year. And he got so much hate for it. And here's the thing. I made fun of him. I put out a video. I think I did a bit where I pretended I was on, what's that show? America's Next Model. America's Got Talent. American Idol. Jesus. I pretended I was going up and I sang one of his songs because that's his bit. He does all these songs that he writes and he does the music. He's very talented to do that, to be making jokes, to be doing a song, to have little bits like that. Very talented. But he got a lot of shit for it because it's goofy. People love to say cringe now. Everything is cringe. And he got so much shit that he took a year off of the internet. And he was posting a lot before that. I think he posted like twice a week, and he always had like these songs, and he was really good, and the production was really good. This is the one that he got here.
Land of the free, home of the brave, land of the AR-15, home of kids in the grave. I've struggled to find the words, keep the disposition sunny. I'm always trying to turn the unfunny things funny, but laughing feels wrong. Hypocrisy's rife, I gotta say something, cause you're all pro-life unless it's taken by a gunman. 19 more tiny heartbeats stopped in their alma mater. You force kids into the world, then condemn them to slaughter. We teach our daughters how to hide when they should be learning history. Then we're surprised when it repeats itself. It's no mystery, it's indifference. See them run when asked how to combat the madness. They don't care about your rights, they only care about their status. And they have us where they can hold us, packed in the Senate and SCOTUS, and acting bogus, hocus pocus, while we hopelessly focus on the joke that is trying to feel safe in this country. I love my home, but I don't know if we'll truly become free if we can't agree. Uncle Sam's holding a bad gun, the nation's fighting for its soul. Are we sure it ever had one? Children dying in the school, but can you tell me why? Are they not trying to change the rules? We're crying, but we're not fools.
Okay, that was it. That was the one that I made fun of. I pretended I was going on American Idol, and they're like, "Oh, do your song," and I was like, "Children dying in the school," and I deleted it probably like 2 hours after I did it because I thought it sucked first, but then he's talking about gun violence, and it's a little corny the way that he did it, but that's his thing. That's what he does. And he's very animated, and he's got a very expressive face, and he's incredibly talented. And we pick somebody. There's always someone on the internet that we have to pick on. And I think what happened with Jake is after he got his licks, people realized it wasn't very deserving because he's not doing anything bad. He's not a piece of shit. He's just his humor and his delivery is considered kind of goofy, and that's okay. I feel like he would have been great on Saturday Night Live. I truly do. He's talented. He can sing, he can write, and he's got like a Saturday Night Live face, if that makes sense. But he took a year off because people were being excessively evil and bad to this poor guy. So after his year-long hiatus, he posted this yesterday, and it's still blowing up. And I was so happy to see this. I thought this was really cool and really creative. And here it is.
Hey, it's been a while. I have something I want to say to you. I wanted to say it for a while now, but it's been a weird year. It's been a hard year. You made very clear that you didn't want to hear from me anymore, or even for me to exist. And for a long time, I've really struggled with how to come back from that. You know, like what song could I sing that would make you change your mind about me? But I don't even know if that's possible at this point. So I'm just gonna say what I have to say. No song and dance, just me being honest with you. So here goes. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. I know you told me never to call you again. You also told me that I was going to burn in the fire. Well, I'm not going to repeat that. The point is, I wanted to call you because since today is the last day that your vehicle is eligible, I figured it would be worth one more shot. Yes, today. And you know, despite our past, I thought it would be worth reaching out to see if we could maybe save you a bit of money. Yes, ma'am. Quite a bit. Well, thank you. Water under the bridge. So let's talk about your car. Now, unfortunately, your car has passed out of its warranty period, which means that you're now going to be liable for all repair and maintenance costs that your vehicle sustains. And because your vehicle is getting older, that could be thousands of dollars a year. I agree. Now, your manufacturer is offering to extend the warranty for 3 years. So anytime a belt breaks or the radiator leaks, you can just drive to the dealership and they'll fix it at no.
So if you're just listening, it's the camera is panning out and you can see he's got a bunch of junk food on his desk. I'm gonna fast forward it because it's a little long.
Amex is fine. Yeah, take your time.
So, yeah, it's just more stuff. There's like, French fries and chips and...
Yes, I'm ready. Hey.
Some alcohol. So I really loved that. I was so happy to see that. And it was a great bit that he did. And when he got all the hate, like I said, he seems like a really nice guy, and he's happy. He's making content that he clearly likes. And when you make fun of someone like that, I feel like that's where the line is crossed. He's not doing street pranks where he's actually fucking with someone. He's not scamming anybody. He's just enjoying what he does. And the hate that he got was so bad. And I remember early on when he posted the Saturday Night Live one, people ended up finding out that he worked at, I think it was Disneyland or Six Flags. Anyway, he was one of those street performers. Not street, but he was, what do you call it? God, I wish I had a co-host. A quartet. Like a singing quartet, like barbershop quartet. With the, striped outfit, and there were 4 of them, and he was singing and dancing. He had a cane and everything, and people found that out, and they were posting videos of him, zooming in on him. Found Jake Novak, and that's fucked up to be doing that. And there were accounts that were made where it was bring Jake Novak back, but they weren't sincere. They were more making fun of it because of him leaving. Because, he didn't post for 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks, and then a month. And it got to be making fun of him for not posting. And like I said, there'd be accounts that were I'm posting every day until Jake comes back. And you could tell it wasn't like genuine. They didn't care if he came back. They just thought it was funny that we bullied this guy off the internet. So seeing that, a lot of people were posting, like, talking about the the year anniversary of his last post, like, what is he gonna come back? And I hoped that he would and do something like that where he kind of made fun of the situation, but I also, like, I understood if he didn't want to, because he got a lot of hate and there were articles about him, and he I don't know. It just bummed me out because I wasn't part of the really bad stuff. Like, when I posted the video, I admit I was kind of like, nah, this is, like I said, I felt it was just stupid anyway, but I also kind of was like, why are you don't need to, like, jab at this guy. Like, what did he do? And I think a lot of people had that same feeling that I had, where it was good to see people kind of stepping back and going, okay, wow, look what we did. This guy liked what he did, and it's okay if you don't. You don't have to go out of your way and make fun of something that hard. And so that made me really happy. So Jake, if you're for some fucking reason watching this, glad to have you back, buddy. And I hope that you keep posting and you keep doing this. And I hope that your account, he's been blowing up. Like, I saw earlier he changed his bio to the King of Cringe. So I think he's self-aware. He's seen all this stuff. He knows exactly what's been going on. So I hope that he kind of embraces this, but he also stays true to himself, and he keeps on making the songs and whatnot, because I don't like to think about somebody being bullied that hard to where they stop wanting to do something that they like. And I don't know. It just sucks. It just sucks that people did that. I thought for a little while that he might have actually been hired by Saturday Night Live, because the account got tagged so many times because of that video, and I really thought that he got hired, or that he was going to be hired, and I thought that would have been such a great, like, reveal. And like I said, he's got the Saturday Night Live vibe. He really does. And a lot of the cast are, I'm assuming he was like a theater kid and he's done improv and whatnot, and that's who they hire. And so many people will comment under, other TikTokers or even my account, like, oh, you should be on Saturday Night Live. And it's like, not really. Like, it's flattering. It is so flattering when people say that, but you need such a well-rounded, like, talent. Yeah, you need so many skills, and I personally lack that. I think I would be great, like, doing like a writing team. I think I could write really well. But as far as, like, acting and stuff, like, I couldn't do that. Like, yeah, I'll have a good skit every now and then where I'm like, yeah, that was pretty funny. I could see the Saturday Night Live thing, but I could never do that. And yeah, I think that this guy actually has it. And I'm not saying that, like, to make up for everything that happened. Like, yeah, Jake, you could be on Saturday Night Live. Yeah, definitely. Like, he could. Like, he has the skill set, and I think he could. I think he would fit very well with the rest of the cast, whoever the fuck they are. I don't know. I don't watch the show. I just see all the clips on, like, Instagram now. So I don't know. I know Keenan Pete. No, he's not on the show anymore. I think there's an 80 Bryant. I can spell her name, Aidy, but she might have left too. I don't know anyone. But if Jake was on the show, I'd know him. That would be such a great thing for them to do, actually, to bring them on, because I think the audience, a big portion of them would get it. And I think, just a quick skit where he makes a cameo or something, or if they're, because I know they make fun of TikTok and everything on there every now and then. So even if they had him do something like that, where he makes fun of I don't know. I'm not a Saturday Night Live writer. I would pitch that though. I would definitely pitch that if I was. I would show them. I'm sure Lorne Michaels has seen that video by now, but yeah, I would say, oh, let's get Jake Novak on here, and I don't know, maybe introduce him, pretend he's going to be a cast member, or I don't know, whatever. We're going to cut it short today because I've been rambling more than I intend to, and when I look up at the audio recording thing, and we're at 44 minutes right now, and that's always like, when I see that, I'm like, fuck, dude. But to be fair, what happens is I have to change the battery because of the 3 batteries. Like I always go through almost all 3 of them like fully, and then the camera shuts off, and I have to, like, sometimes I have to pee, so I get up and do that. So that 44 minutes is maybe closer to 38, 40, but even so, that's still too long. And I want to be keeping these 25 to 30 minutes. And I know I always say that, and then I never do. And people, like, I try not to look at the analytics. Oh, here on the Cahn Solo podcast, we like to bleed. I think I bled on the last episode. I'm bleeding. The back of my neck is bleeding because I trimmed up my beard in the back of my neck, and apparently I nicked myself. That's cool. Yeah, I try not to look at but I fucking hate shaving, by the way. Like I hate it so much. Like, having to line this up by myself, who else would do it? I feel like I never do it right. You're supposed to, I think you take 2 fingers and put it directly above your Adam's apple and then start there. But my dad never taught me how to shave. I just kind of have been winging it. And I just just put my head back, and I hope that I got it good. And luckily I got a new trimmer that works really well. But yeah, right here is fine. But yeah, on the back of my neck, I have to hold the mirror up and do that. And I nicked myself. I kind of want to get another, like a full shave. I can't think of what you call, there's a name for it. Clean shave. Anyway, I did that with my buddy Bryant. We, by the way, if I'm ever talking about one of my friends, it's always going to be Bryant or Mike. It's the only 2 people I'm ever have a story with, because those are my only 2 friends. So Bryant, I think I've mentioned him quite a few times on here. Bryant and I, fresh out of high school, we had Bryant had a beard, I'm pretty sure, in high school. Like he hit puberty probably when he was 10, before I knew him. And he has a beautiful beard when he wants to grow it. And I let mine grow, and we wanted to get the full shave that you see on cartoons, where they sit you down and they take the razor and they do the leather and everything, and anyway, we wanted to do that, so we grew out our beards for 4 or 5 months, so it was worth it. And we go to the barber shop, and it took like an hour for them to do it. And they put a hot towel on your face, and they lean you back, and they put the towel all over your whole face. And then they that like makes your pores open or whatever. And then they trimmed us, and then I think they put the towel back on our face, and then they did the shaving, and then they put the towel on her face, and then they shaved again, and they put the towel on her face, and they put all this stuff on. It was a whole fucking process. But and it was like $30 or $40, and our faces were so fucking smooth. I highly recommend it if you've never had this procedure done before. I can't think. Straight shave? There's a name for it. But yeah, I remember we walked out, and we were like just touching our faces, and like we were touching each other's faces, like, dude, fucking feel mine. It's like, dude, oh my. And it was like baby skin. And yeah, I think I want to do that again. It was a nice little treat. It was like going to a spa, I imagine. I've never been to a spa before. Can't remember what I was talking about. Jesus. Analytics. When I look on YouTube, the analytics, it'll say how long people are paying attention. So when I see, if I post a 45-minute video, the analytics will say, yeah, people tuned in for 10 to 13 minutes, and then they clocked out. I get it. Like our attention spans are not what they used to be, and it's not very stimulating. I don't have all these graphics, and I don't have a guest. There's like, it's me, it's us. So yeah, that's part of why I want to trim it down. I really need to, because I try not to look at those things, but I should be, because it'll help me get an idea of what I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing right. Because if I keep doing it wrong, it's, we're not going to get any better. And if people are like, I like watching you for 20 to 25 minutes, Sam, that's good, then I'll try not I will really try not to ramble as much as I do. But it's just hard, because I like this to feel natural. And sometimes when I start recording, I'll record for like 5 minutes, and I'll stop and start over, because I'll feel like, you sound like you're doing a show. And I am, but I don't want it to feel like that. And so want to keep it short. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep it short. We're going to talk about Otter Pops, Jake Novak, and scams. And that's what I had on the little Microsoft Word there, that I definitely saved this time. I didn't delete it by accident, or not save it. So next week is the 30th episode. I will not be here. Thank you, as always, to the patrons for supporting. It means a lot, really does. And you guys are probably the only ones that have like listened up to this point. I feel like you guys, you're the ones that stick through it. The rest of you, fuck you. I'm just kidding. So yeah, I'm gonna freeze this Otter Pop back up and have that get to editing, and I'll see you in 2 weeks, because I won't be here next week. Stu, did you have anything that you wanted to add? No, it's just the name Otter Pops. There's no actual otter in it. See, there's no meat in there. It's just the flavored ice. Yeah. No, none of them have meat. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you could try all 6 of them if you want. Sounds good. Tomorrow is Father's Day, so be nice to Daddy. I don't know, take him out to dinner, go golfing with him, buy him new socks, whatever you do. have a good time with dad. And if you don't have a dad, whoever the father figure is in your life, if it's an uncle, a brother, if it's your mom, grandpa, whoever it is, and if you don't have one of those, I'll do it. I'll DM me, comment, and I'll tell you how proud I am of you. And I am. You're doing a great job. You know what I love about you though is the way whenever you go to the store and you use a cart or even a basket, and when you're all done shopping and you go out to your car and you unload, I love when you put the cart back in the cart return or you put the basket back. It means a lot for me. So thanks for doing that, kiddo. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Stu, will see you next week. Adios.